Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to talk about why everybody loves Ghost. And this is going to be a new series where we talk about the most loved and most hated characters in the game and the reasons behind it. But because it is a character that is so strong in the game, we're first going to talk about her weaknesses. The first one is that she is kind of bad against any character that has armor break. Like if it's someone like Corvus, then obviously if you don't get parried you won't get armor breaks, it's fine. But there are fights like Angela where when she just uses her special attack, it will automatically place an armor break on her and then you will not be able to phase. So that is a pretty big weakness. And then number two is going to be Prestige, which is not the like whenever the new rank comes in, like whenever we see rank 4 6 stars, Ghost will obviously be a very crazy option, and a lot of people will definitely take her as the first rank 4 6 star. But her prestige is pretty bad, so if you focus on EQ, then for a lot of player, like if they don't want the prestige to be bad, if they want to play at the highest ranks, they will probably go with someone who is good and has high prestige like Doom most likely. Then next is that she does require high skill cap, and that's not really a con of the character, that's fine. Like some characters, they are pretty average, above average, but they're very easy to play, very beginner friendly. She is not one of them. And the reason is, there are actually two reasons. First is that you have to know when to phase, like after the miss, when to hit the opponent. You like if you're not running any synergies, then you must know how to land your special 2, like without the unblockable, without Wasp in the team. So there are definitely some things, and there is a lot of stuff. Well, more than that, by the way, take a look at that. We are going to tank a full SP3, not going to take any damage, courtesy of the Hood synergy, and we're going to talk about that more in the pro section. But moving on, the biggest problem I think is, like, whenever if I ever start a second account, I get Ghost as my first 5 star, I would not be happy about that, because the thing is that in Act 4, Act 5, even the AI is so damn passive that she's actually not great in lower acts. Like if you are a newer player, you look at tier list, you look at top 10 videos, you're going to see Ghost at the top of everything. But at the same time, even if you know how to play her, if the AI is not aggressive enough, if they don't come into your face, you don't miss, then how are you going to get that opening? And it's just very annoying. Like I use sometimes I use her in Realm of Legends, and even there the AI is a little passive. So yeah, it's very annoying for sure. Now let's talk about the strengths. So first of all, she is basically immune to every single debuff that is not passive, and you can just dash back. Like the 5 stars, if it's like a bleed node, a poison node, the 5 stars, and you just immediately shrug it off, convert it into a fury, a very strong one, and you don't take any damage. If it's like Caltrops, then Caltrops is actually a really cool interaction, because you dash back, you immediately shrug it off, you get the bleed from dashing back, and you immediately turn it into a fury. Of course, if you dash back twice, then you will take some bleed damage and stuff. Same with Biohazard, like maybe you go for a special 2, so while you are in the SP2 animation, you are going to take some damage, so be careful about that. But for the most part, it's even better than immunity, because you are actually getting more damage out of having debuffs on you, which should be doing damage on you. But the second thing we're going to talk about is the unblockable special 2 with the Wasp synergy, and it's really strong. Like of course, like, you don't have to time it properly. You can just dash back and click that button and it will be unblockable, you'll do damage, and that's good and stuff. But it also has other uses, it's not just about making it easier to connect. There are situations like, for example, a very good example would be Iron Man Infinity War in his final phase. You go for SP2, it's unblockable. He can't auto block because you are unblockable, so you are going to do all the damage, you're going to kill him. So it's definitely has like it's easy to connect with it, and also on top of that you gain some other stuff. Like in some of the some situations it is very very useful. Then the third one is going to be that she is very very user friendly, probably one of the most user friendly character in the game, because she doesn't take damage from bleed or poison. She cannot take damage from recoil if you have Hood in this synergy. Man, Hood after his buff is amazing, which is also another pro. That two most important synergies are with Wasp and Wasp and Hood. Ant-Man one is cool, but for most fights you don't really need it. It's just extra damage, but she already has so much damage that unless like it's a legend run or something, you don't really need Ant-Man or Odin or something. But if you add Odin, he's also pretty good. Hood is really really good after his buff. Wasp not the best, but still hits kind of hard and has some uses for sure. And then the next pro is that she has very high DPS, as you can probably tell. Like she can hit the damage cap on the special attack. She can hit like 15,000-16,000 medium attacks, even more if you have enough furies and buffs on yourself. Because she has buffs, she can deal with stuff like buffed up, and you can pretty easily get buffs with her by using your heavy attacks. And then in some fights it's easier than others because you can counter the opponent's heavy with your own heavy, or the special with your own heavy. She also has very high power gain. When you phase, you gain a lot of power depending on your signature level. She gains the easiest openings because you can just phase, miss the attack, and go for your hit. It's really, really simple, and you can finish fights at 100% health because you're not taking block damage. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Like this video, share with your friends. Stay safe, have a good one, and bye bye.